Nice to have you back, old Coop.
Yeah, I just got a job here to finish this thing up.
Doesn't look finished at all.
Yeah, I'm not very good at my job.
Well, we did get our LJ piece back. That is adapting basically our TR6060. Big old thick boy right there.
Had to get it remade for that big dog transmission.
Yeah, that's a big
So
unit.
LJ made us an adapter for the adapter.
Yeah. That's
Adapter for your adapter.
That's adapting and overcoming.
So we actually shortened the center section here a little bit, moved this plate in, and then made an adapter to go from this to that, which is on there.
Very nice, because initially we were thinking we were going to have to do that one, but I guess
by
that
doing that should retain our drive shaft length, the rear drive shaft. So we'll be good there.
Now, next problem is front drive shaft.
Front drive shaft we got modified.
All right, so you guys...
So we're going from...
You say modify? Come on.
Dang, that's a thick one.
We're going from that little puny thing to a real U-joint. Probably are going to have to lengthen the drag shaft a little bit. Because that U-joint actually falls out right there. So we're going to be short on two.
Is that going to need to be reclocked or what?
The clocking positions are all, he's got options on there for us, so that's fine. This transfer case, I believe, might be a little bit bulkier in these bosses. So it looks like they're going to be like right on this, which the other one was like paper thin clearance.
Yeah, we thought we might have to remake that, is kind of one of the big things I was getting at there.
But we still have to trim this down. So
okay.
We'll get that spinning and cut it while it's spinning, I guess. Look at George go.
George's been working out.
Yeah.
Been feeling the
Thanks
fire.
for noticing.
Lots of squats.
Lots of squats, dude.
She hangs a little low.
It's going to be minimal.
That's what
Well, it's not
when you
rotated
work
up
out.
because it's hitting.
Oh, I didn't know you were going to try to modify it to rotate up all the way.
Yeah, we're definitely going to need to take some meat out right there.
And that's getting us back on the center holes.
All right, so roughly about, what is it, about an inch or so? It's going to need to...
Quarter, I think.
Is it?
As soon as this goes in that much further, it's not going to be as much of an angle.
We're going to be close up here.
Nothing a little grinding can't fix.
So yeah, we could kind of patch that up, like cut that and, I mean, kind of box it in, I guess.
Box in the box in?
Box in the box in. All right, I'll let you guys to it. I got to get back on doing some dyno tuning here. Pretty cool though. Looking good, man. Oh yeah, we got to figure out where we're going to be able to put the
Vice grips.
vice grips. Yeah, that's going to be our handle. That looks like you're
Does
straddling.
have like a little linkage with like a lever right here, just bang, bang, just like another handbrake.
Okay, so that's pretty simple enough.
Dude, it's gonna be easy, and it's gonna be sick, and it's gonna be hardcore, and it's gonna be legit, and it's gonna be sturdy, and it's gonna be serious, and it's gonna work.
You haven't had all them 3 coffees yet either yet.
Still on number 1.
Can't wait for the next 2.
Triple X. Venti.
Alright, let's drop this down.
Coop, they're carrying you right here.
I'm more of a supervisor, ideas, big picture guy.
Go that way.
Yeah, I'm more of the imaginative, big picture type of stuff.
What would you imagine the big picture of this truck looking like, man?
Listen, I don't know if we want to get into that in front of Jeremy.
Yeah, not very optimistic, this guy. You know, sometimes his attitude just really, he's a real Debbie Downer sometimes. But, you know, that's good. He's good.
Hey, you know, you gotta do it to him sometimes.
I was back and forth watching you struggle here.
Yeah, we struggled for a while. I guess there was a couple of small burrs on the shaft that we just missed. Got those cleaned up and got it on. It was all cut fine. It was measured right the first time, and it went together. So that's good. Rear drive shaft. Once the suspension settles, raise goes back up. That's going to push that back in. We'll be right where we need to be there. Front drive shaft. We're going to have to clearance this a little bit more, Jeremy.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to have like a U-shape
Yeah,
deal.
just a little bit. I think you lost a little bit of ground clearance too.
Definitely lost ground clearance. This thing is, I think it to me it seems like gigantic, but you know, I'm not an off-road guy. You guys were just making fun of me for like, that's a baby. To me, I mean, it seems so much bigger than what we had in there. So
George got the fluid in the transfer case, and he's up there. We just got done bleeding the clutch.
hey George,
Hey, pal.
You can come this side. You can see his pretty leg.
you got a purred leg.
We're gonna run out this guy though, because I don't know. What do you think?
I'm not gonna puke out any fluid, huh?
You can see if it's gonna puke out fluid or have this not stay in there.
All right, so
This
next
not
thing
staying in
though.
there would be a bad thing. Ooh,
Oh, that was a good one.
felt the truck move.
Oh god, that did hurt.
Not even in it.
All right, so really we want to see about this guy and trying to find out how we're going to be able to.
So you
make
don't
that
want to
work.
use the vice grips that George had?
No vice grips. I definitely want to just have like a fore and a aft.
George, can you reach down and shift the transfer case? Oh, he's on it. All right, we don't need anything. We're
You need
good.
a little lever that comes up right there.
How convenient.
What about
Weld a little.
speed sensor? Are we still off on that?
Yeah, zip tied up to the side.
All right, so we lost our speed sensor. It's different on this transfer case.
Oh.
Old transfer case was plug and play, and we, made out nice and lucky.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
All right, so this one's my fault. I had the power probe using this as a battery supply for it, and I left it on there all day.
Dang it. That was almost pretty cool.
Why didn't we know something was like that was gonna happen?
Try it again.
Here we go.
Hey, is it in gear? Is it in gear?
Hear that noise?
Oh yeah.
Something about having clutch in? Yeah, something about having the clutch. Oh,
You can definitely hear it down
So
there.
clutch in, it doesn't do it.
joy. Yeah.
I couldn't hear it while up here at all. And then you get down there, it's very,
Yeah.
very clear.
And it's you can tell it goes away right when you start to touch the clutch in. So it's like throw out bearing, kind of.
You can hear the throw out bearing.
Well, yeah, but
Well, might as well see if it's going into gear and working.
Yeah.
I shifted the transfer case.
To neutral.
So one click back.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's alive!
That is not on their center. All right. Hey man, that's pretty good though. Those wheels look pretty mean on there, honestly. They're a little wonky. I mean, it was like,
Yeah.
was yours like wobbling like crazy too?
Yeah.
Just needs a nice street setup with some nice nittos on it.
You know, I like the way you think.
Something drivable. Take it to a car show. Leave like this. Fully laid into the meth, just
Read my mind. Okay, so they used to be a car show here, like a giant car show, and I mean, Liza and I have been to it many times, and unfortunately, they just closed up like last year. But
what?
man,
Cars and coffee?
Yeah, Cars and Coffee
Oh.
at DuPont Registry right over here.
Yeah.
Dude, we saw so many things. That was really, I used to love doing that, and I had fantasized about taking this there and just destroying some fools, but it's not to be.
Wasn't meant to be.
I had to end on a sad note, sorry. Well,
Raindrops keep falling on my
all right, this is just too sad. All right. Guys, about a month ago, we had a friend that came across a junk 5.3 L83, same motor that we have in the S10. And he just gave it to us, and he was like, hey man, if you guys can use this, it's just been sitting there, somebody gave it to him. So we took it, sent it to the machine shop, and then we made a call to Molly. And now, this is going to be able to take this project to the next level if and when we hurt that puppy. So we have some forged pistons of what we have going into a backup motor just in case we grenade this thing. The biggest thing of what we really want to be able to do with this L83 is be able to rev it very, very high. Now, a lot of the Coyote guys are out there really being able to turn it up to 8,000 RPM. If we can get 7,500 RPM out of our 5.3, this thing is going to make some major power.
Pins, clips, and rings.
Look at that wrist pin, dude. Those are gorgeous.
Beefy too.
Somebody probably went mudding and got a little bit too deep. We pulled the heads off it, and it had a combustion chamber full of mud. Sent it out to the machine shop, and it only had to be honed 10 thousandths. We got 10 thousandths over pistons, and we are ready to rock. All right, so this is the difference in bore between a 6.2 and a 5.3.
And also look at the...
So that should be a 4.060 versus a 3.94, and that is a 10 thousandths over piston. Dome is definitely a little bit different there. Now that is out of an NA. That's out of an NA one because the LT4 has a bit more of a, well, a bit more of a relief.
Yeah.
Now that wrist pin. Holy moly, dude. Obviously that thing is much stronger. Now the other thing too is that those should be very near factory weight. We were hoping that they were going to be a little bit lighter, and that will play into the factor of really trying to rev it very high. When it really comes to revving it really, really high up there, way beyond what it was designed to, we really got to be able to cut weight. Those pistons from Molly are freaking gorgeous. We're going to send those off to the machine shop, get this backup motor ready to roll. It'll at least give me a little bit more confidence in the event that something fails. Well guys, that's all that we have for the S10 here today. However, we have another project here that I had shown really kind of right when it blew up, and I was taking Ben for the first time go-karting. So we're going to do some go-kart redemption here, and we're trying to increase our fleet to 4 running go-karts. That's like herding cats. I mean, being as they're like mini cars, that is like, there's so many possible things that can go wrong, and they are a lot of maintenance. Come here and take a look at this real quick here, dude.
What'd you do?
Look at the block.
Bro!
I was revving it and literally just blew apart, and this piece of the block went about 20 feet up in the air and landed right back in the seat like that, dude.
Bad luck with revving engines, you know?
All right, Ben, last time you saw this thing, it was a sad day.
It was, man.
It was a whole lot of build-up, only to be severely let down.
Yeah.
However, you did good. Today is the day that we want to be able to fix this guy. Yep. So let's kind of break this down as to what this is. Guys, this cart right here is an older cart. This is basically like the domestic. It's pretty old, actually. However, it used what was called a Briggs & Stratton World Formula. Basically kind of like an LS6, if you will. It's not crazy technology, but it is head and shoulders above what would be like a small block domestic engine. It had a titanium rod. It had a CNC ported head. It has a hotter camshaft. We've done a bunch of stuff. We've ported the head like 3 different times. I changed the header. I had it on the dyno. I ported the intake, got a different carb, all this stuff. Just trying to turn it up a little bit, get the gear ratio right. We advanced the timing with a Woodruff key. So it is turned up pretty good. Oh, you guys got to check out that clutch. That is pretty wild though. That little itty bitty, it's like a billet anodized clutch in here. So we're going to get to that guy a little bit later. However, so after this thing was completely obliterated here, I kind of wanted to do what we would normally do with our cars. It's just like you would go to the junkyard and grab a 5.3 liter motor and just turn it way up. That's pretty much what we did. We got a stock bottom end non-World Formula that should be a regular Briggs & Stratton that is about 9 horsepower. Now this thing right here makes actually 15 wheel horsepower the way that it was setting before it blew up. We need to find a way to be able to get this camshaft out and into that other motor. Should be fairly basic, but get top dead center right and we'll figure it all out. So
where's the cam?
it is right down in there, yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah.
And they got the cutest little push rods. They literally look like chopsticks. LO206 class is the most common class. It is the most economical class, and that's what this CC is based off of. But this one was just a little bit turned up. I just want to be able to have people come and drive and have an awesome experience riding a go-kart. So this realistically feels like probably about a 450 to 500 horsepower C4 Corvette. Nothing too crazy, not a lot of crazy technology, not a lot of RPMs. It's kind of low tech, kind of redneck, right up my alley. Absolutely love it. Very simple, lots of torque, doesn't really rev out crazy, but it is a fantastic car to drive. I can't wait till we get this thing up and running again. Just like that, huh?
Gotta get the chain.
I'm wrapped around the clutch there.
Okay.
What do you think that weighs? Probably like 40 pounds, 35, 40 pounds?
I wouldn't say that.
You don't think so?
Probably like 30.
Let me grab a scale. I'm gonna say 35 pounds.
Okay. Let me see. 34. Oh, I said 30.
28.
Should have stuck with it.
Pretty awesome though.
Yeah,
That's minus a
freaking
couple
heavy.
aluminum parts though. And you get this thing totally torn apart. I'm super
Yeah.
proud, man. Got the cam swapped in there,
Yeah, getting after it. Should be running today.
and it doesn't have a chain or anything like that. It's just gear to gear, right?
Yep.
So that is our new bottom end right there. Kind of like our 5.3 junkyard swap here. Not as good of a quality as the motor we pulled out, but hopefully it'll last a heck of a lot longer.
Hopefully.
Yeah, let me just take a look at the other piston. Okay, so we had a flat top piston. The other one had a little bit of a dome. I think we're going to be A-okay. A little bit less compression. No big deal.
Yeah, this thing's pretty tore up.
Let's take a look at that guy. You can really see how those threads are stretched like that. This is the cutest little crankshaft. Alright, our cylinder head assembly is all going on right now. So I actually went to a go-kart place and I grabbed a bunch of different headers. And at one point we had tested all these different headers, and that one was the one that made the most power. So that's actually a double-stepped header. And it was really fascinating to kind of see how all that worked. But got our head gasket going in, and our old block actually, so this dude sold me this thing and was like, yeah, hey, it's got this part that fell down, I'll give you a deal on it and whatever, it really shouldn't be a problem or whatever. Well, obviously it became a problem. So we can see that it was leaking head gasket at one point. We got it back together, ran for a very short amount of time, and then, well, yeah, you saw the result. Kind of similar to, well, our Z06 over here that we're working on that had a CNC ported head from the factory and a titanium rod. It really is. It's a single cylinder version of that, actually.
How much power is this going to make, you think?
Well, before we made 15 wheel horsepower. We could put it on methanol and it might be able to make a little bit more. Unfortunately, it's just a bit more maintenance when we got to do that, so.
It just runs on 93 right now?
I run it on a little bit of hotter mixture. It was like a little bit over 100 octane. Really, really, really fun coming out of the corners. Definitely doesn't have the same top end as the 2-strokes, but this thing is a blast. And those guys right there, those chopstick size little boogers, those are push rods. This thing does about 65 miles an hour. Not bad for what it is. It's really a great entry-level kart.
Our boy, did you mention that our man Blackhawk here got second place in Cadillac Attack this weekend?
I haven't mentioned that yet.
Did you also mention that first place was also Fasterproms Cadillac?
I didn't, but that's actually going in the video today, so unfortunately it's already going to be out.
Well, you guys
before
already
this.
know that, but that's right.
Well, to be honest, we actually just had our first fire up because it happened entirely way too easy. Literally,
Like half pull.
Yeah, you seriously pulled it half a pull and it just went, man. Fire that thing up, man.
All right, let's do it. Got that good. All right, I'll try to choke off, man.
Yes! Yes! Dropped our air filter off. Ripping, dude.
Heck yeah, we're going to be ripping this thing in no time.
Dude, just a couple more little things to tie up, but this is so exciting. We haven't had this thing running in so long, and I absolutely love this kart so much.
It's time to rip this thing. Enjoy the fruits of our labor.
Well, Ben rebuilt it. He gets to drive it first. Here, kill it. All right, how's it feel so far?
Pretty dang good. It's different from like the others because it stalls so high, but
Yeah. Now, was that full throttle at any point?
it seemed like it didn't like going wide open.
Okay.
Maybe it's getting a little lean up top.
You definitely jetted a little bit more.
Yeah.
And actually, I mean, dude, yeah, it's probably not even totally warm yet either.
I think we might tighten up the clutch a little bit. Not the engagement point, but the actual clamp up.
Can you reach your hand on around the air filter during a pull?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, so I mean, you're basically choking it a little bit.
Okay.
I mean, see if you can do that so that you're kind of killing some of the airflow entering it. You're very close to the tire though, of course, and you're close to the header as well.
I'll get it one more time.
Fasterproms, late model GM tuning, Gokart tuning, a little crude.
Well,
Something just went ding, 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 ding.
I pulled the filter out.
Whoops. Let me try and cram it back on there.
I think I flooded it a little bit. There's gas on my hands.
I don't want to drive it without the, there's a lot of dirt. I don't want to drive it without the filter, but you have a key, but I've used a quarter in a pinch. Guys, you definitely get a cheap old car with a Briggs 206 and modify the crap out of it. And if you don't mod it, you can have it as a, you know, class vehicle. See if it's he says it's a little lean up top, so we're trying to choke it out and see if it'll we just lost the side pod.
That was the big thing you had.
Yeah. Yeah, it does sound laboring as it's trying to accelerate right there. In the normal weather that we had,
Yeah.
granted the compression ratio was a little bit different, but in what we had, it was just right. I'm thinking it's lean because we're in like, I think it's like 52 today or something, so it's used to like 85.
Okay.
So the DA is going to be pretty different.
We
but
definitely got to tighten up the clutch.
okay.
So
It does
that.
sound different, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
I can only give it like half throttle, and then you can hear the RPMs pick up, but the cart doesn't pick up. So.
Okay. Well, here, drive it back then,
Okay.
and then I'll, we could get some hardware for this, and no big deal.
Okay.
All right.
Overall.
All right, so we pulled out a 59. We're gonna put in a 62 that came with this guy. And this time we're gonna tighten the spark plug. And we just did clean the spark plug, so we hopefully get a decent reading off of it. Maybe we'll shut it off mid-pull, get an idea. We really should have a good seat of the pants, and let's also look into tightening up the clutch as well. Clutch adjustment.
Yes, sir. Let's see how it goes.
That's
happening.
yeah. Okay.
That's much better. That's
Good.
like night and day.
Yeah.
So,
that
you wanna
looks.
give it a rep?
Yeah, I'll give it a rip. It definitely still feels like we got some fueling issues, but dude,
Yeah.
it looks like you're like when you rip it, it does exactly what I was trying to describe a little earlier.
It picks up right now. There's like no more slip. So, but yeah, definitely in the top, it seems like it might be a little rich.
Okay. Easy fix. good improvement.
Yeah.
Definitely good improvement. I think
You want to leave the clutch there and figure out the fueling?
probably. I think whenever we take it to the track, we start messing around with it and just bring our tools, man.
Yeah.
It's a nice quick adjustment. I mean, dude, that
Heck
was
yeah.
like 3 minutes, 5 minutes maybe. Guys, we're going to be getting back to the S10 in a short little bit here. We're going to have to take the clutch back out and find out what we did wrong. So guys, we were on a cul-de-sac right here, and it was after 5 o'clock when we were doing some testing, so we knew that nobody was going to be around. We definitely do have safety in mind. Also wanted to remind you guys to check your subscription and your notifications. Somehow, some way, YouTube has shut off a whole bunch of stuff, and I've kind of gained a bunch of subscribers back, and I've got a lot of input from you guys saying that that has happened. You guys can also follow us on Instagram at Fasterproms and check us out on Facebook as well. I wanted to say thank you so very much for you guys that have ordered our latest t-shirt. I cannot tell you how much we appreciate you guys' support. This shirt looks awesome. Open up the doors to do so many other things. Really benefits your entertainment. So thank you guys so very much. And if you guys have placed an order, since we just got our stuff in from the pre-order, our first round of shipping went out. The next couple of rounds of shipping will follow in the next couple of days. I just want to leave you with a quote right here. It says that whenever we play the comparison game with one another, we typically will end in disappointment. Each of us has a different path and a different gift. And the song I wanted to leave you with is Call My Name by Third Day. Check it out. Hopefully it's a good inspiration for you. God bless you guys. We'll see you next episode.